Hello and welcome to the Thieves Guild podcast, a companion podcast for History of the Forgotten Realms. I'm Nana,
I'm Megan.
And I'm Vincent.
and today we're talking about women and non-binary people in D&D spaces, Willow, and the top X amount of monsters Volo doesn't want you to know about because they're too horrifying. It was supposed to be 10. Research may have expanded, and I don't know what those creatures are.
Yeah, it's more than 10, number one. And it's what creatures kind of got away from me as well in an interesting way.
Okay.
I'm equally scared and excited.
Kind of drilled down on one, and you'll see.
Oh my god. I'm horrified because I know that there's also pictures to go along with these, and some of them some of these creatures I haven't heard of before. So I'm also in the dark. Yeah, but this is just part 1 of the podcast. If you want part 2, where we answer your questions, give some additional context to the topics, and let ourselves get a bit off topic, you can find that by becoming a member of the Keep over on our Patreon, which you'll find in the link below. Now, let's get into it. Truth be told, I already tried to kind of get into this once before, and it wouldn't be an attack of opportunity show if my audio didn't go out, but we caught it this time, and that is what matters. And I'm sure upon the second reading of this, it's going to be equally as horrifying. I'm so sorry. It does not get better every time I read this excerpt. It's just, oh. So this is
At least
women
I'm
and
prepared
non-binary
now.
folk in Dungeons and Dragons. So, I'm still so sorry. I know I'm apologizing 50 billion times. I'm still so sorry. In 74, the original release of D&D didn't make any mention of gender or even like sexual dimorphism, listing the fighter as the fighting man character. And I would be willing to say that the creator likely intended for the suffix man to be short for human, capital M man. That would make sense, right? Unfortunately, him and his friends had some very public thoughts about women that led me to believe otherwise. Like less than a year later, these were maybe 6 months apart, Gary Gygax wrote into a wargaming fanzine based out of the UK called Europa. I went through about 13 issues of this on the Internet Archive to try and see what unleashed the quote that I'm about to read to you onto the world. I was not able to find it. I also wasn't able to find a response to it. But cool boy. So this was issues 10 and 11. Gary Gygax, USA, says, I have been accused of being a nasty old sexist male chauvinist pig. For the wording in D&D isn't what it should be. There should be more emphasis on the female role, more non-gender names and so forth. I thought perhaps these folks were right and considered adding women to the essaying and pillaging section. In the Sex Workers and Tavern Wenches chapter, the special magical part dealing with hags and crones, and thought perhaps of adding an appendix on medieval harems, slave girls, and going Viking. Damn right I'm a sexist. It doesn't matter to me if women get paid as much as men, get jobs traditionally male, and shower in the men's locker room. They can jolly well stay away from wargaming in droves for all I care. I've seen many a good war game and war gamer spoiled thanks to the fair sex. I'll detail that if anyone wishes.
I hate it here.
I told you, it doesn't get
I
any
hate it
better.
here.
You can hear that like 7 or 8 times, and it's horrible every single time.
I hate it here.
Thankfully, no one asked him to follow up with details on the aforementioned wargamers. So,
Oh,
I
good.
guess that's a plus of sorts. I realized I was like looking down the line at you on the screen, and while that made sense to me, I also realized I'm not looking at you here, so I had to move my windows. My bad. I like it's a gut punch. Unfortunately, this is a combo hit. Because in 76.
So before you
Oh, go ahead.
get into that, so much of that reminds me very much of like your stereotypical Black Templar player in 40K.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. And
It's giving no one will date me because girls are the problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Which is shocking from somebody with multiple kids. His poor wife.
2 wives.
2 wives.
He's married
That's
twice.
okay.
Not
The
at the same
fact that
time,
someone,
several
the fact that he could dupe someone twice is a little impressive. The fact that he ever got married once is. Oh.
Well, it was the 70s, so I'm sure standards were a lot lower. Which
hold
Were
myself.
they lower, or were we just quieter about them?
oh, probably both. To be honest, probably both.
Yeah, and like I don't bring this up to be like, oh, all D&D players feel this way. Absolutely not. No, it's more that I have a personal goal to never let people forget that the phrase separating the art from the artist does not mean what they think it means, and that you should both be able to understand that I like Dungeons and Dragons in this world informed by Ed Greenwood and so many amazing people. And this horrible, horrible person created it, and we don't use his stats anymore because, wow, he was awful. I'm not 15 minutes in and we're on YouTube, so we're just gonna say he was really, really, really awful.
Yeah, I have that feeling about some things right now.
These men are full of surprises. So,
It's less surprising and more like, yep.
yeah. I'm feeling very seen in a lot of ways at the moment. So I figure I'll
didn't
pass it
know-
on.
I didn't know anything about Gary Gygax, and now I don't want to know anything about Gary Gygax.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well,
You're about to
so
learn a
you're
whole
gonna
lot
learn
about
more.
Gary Gygax.
Well, that's why I like being on this podcast with you guys, because I'm learning a lot of things that I just either didn't know or had no reason to know, and now I'm being forced to know.
Also, thank you for going over separating art from the artist. As someone who's
Yes.
a big like film and literary analysis buff and
Mhm.
philosophy buff, like I hate when people are like, oh, just separate the art from the artist. Like that's not what that means. That's not what that separate the artist intention and what their intended message was from what you the reader experiences and gets.
Yeah, and unfortunately with things like Harry Potter, you experience the racism, the sexism, the turf type ideals that J.K. Rowling infused into the world by the way in which she utilizes all of these horrifying and inaccurate tropes. Like, you can't separate that, unfortunately. Like, even what it distills down to is really, really horrifying. Speaking of horrifying ways things show up in their writings. So the Greyhawk setting. We're in the Forgotten Realms. Greyhawk is another one of the settings. And in 1976, the first Greyhawk module and campaign guide came out. And with it came some new kinds of dragon. A lawful male dragon king and a chaotic female dragon queen, reinforcing the idea that male power is lawful and righteous, and that female power is, and this is a direct quote from Gygax about the nature of chaotic beings, lawless, chaotic, and an abomination.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
That's not even Tiamat and Bahamut either, right?
Correct.
So that prevailed so long too, that it infected two other very well-known deities that are still around today. Oof.
Yeah. It's the
Cute.
recontextualizing part that's important for me. Because it's fine if you want to have a chaotic female dragon queen. There also needs to be chaotic male dragon kings. And just chaotic dragons. There needs to be a spectrum with everything. And it's really not that hard, honestly. But when asked about it, Gygax said, "Women's lib may make whatever they wish of the foregoing," indicating a rather conscious decision to the idea. And that didn't sit right with me. A few people did try to defend that one. Yeah.
So the women's lib thing, when was that statement?
1976, later in that year.
I feel like you can just use that, or like simple, the modern equivalent of that. Like you could just replace it with woke.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Or wokeness. It's just like,
Let me spin it into a
that.
phrase that I hear so frequently, which both demeans, belittles, and misgenders me. Those blue-haired woke girls can think whatever they want of it. They're spinning it. They're manipulating it. No. Please.
like
Do go on. To use a phrase that people also love to throw around recently. No, please. Please do inform the room of how low IQ you are.
Pop off, queen.
Yeah, the whole septum ring theory group.
Yeah.
Blue hair is cool, okay? I wish I could do it.
Am I at 15 minutes?
But
I have 2 more minutes. You're lucky. Stay mad.
Your section can be longer today.
My
Your section can be longer.
No, I meant I'm not 15 minutes into it, so I can't say what I really want to say in response to that, but stay mad.
part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. Pop off. I love it.
So basically right after that quote came out about women's lib may make whatever they wish, issue 3 of Dragon magazine came out. This was October-ish, under editor Tim Kask, and included an article from Len Lakofka, who was the former president, under what circumstances I have no idea why former at that time, of the International Federation of Wargamers and good friend of the creators of Dungeons and Dragons, titled Notes on Women and Magic, Bringing the Distaff Gamer into D&D. Distaff, by the way, is the Judeo-Christian biblical way of referring to women, and it's not a positive one.
I don't like this.
It rubs me the wrong way in the same way as like, oh, the old ball and chain. Like that's not sweet. I don't know who taught you that was cute. It's not. Right? Like, so that kind of should help better frame the writer's opinions on females as a whole. The article suggests lower overall strength scores, 2 to 14 instead of 4 to 18. It replaces the charisma stat with the beauty stat, and suggests some interesting new abilities and titles for these ladies at the table. I'm gonna share some of this with you. I'm gonna curse you with a little bit of this. You should find it in the chat. Go ahead and click on that top one with the little lady on it.
Sorry.
And I'm assuming that you will have this available for our wonderful audience to see.
Absolutely. So viewers, you should be seeing this on the screen right now, but if you want a larger format or you're listening to the audio format of this podcast, you can find it for free on our Patreon with all of the links and images as well, so that you can zoom in on these and take a look for yourself, as well as see the original Internet Archive articles that they are from, and things like that. I'm going to do a whole workup on it so that you guys can get your own hands on this and form your own opinions. This is just ours.
Nice.
Though mine's not exactly a high opinion. She do have Popeye arms. She has Popeye fists too.
She got Popeye arms. What the
the face is rubbing me the wrong way.
Why is she looking like that?
I don't know.
Artists makes choices. Artists make choices that aren't generally that great sometimes.
The boots are cute.
I don't even like I don't like anything about this picture.
Yeah, it's all pretty abrasive. Honestly, I was just trying to find something positive.
I've got nothing positive to say.
Oh, it's so bad.
Honestly, were it not for like the weird heart-shaped kissy lips and the like,
it like genuinely wouldn't be so bad.
You can't.
Then it, like, it'd be like, okay, fun, weird, cute, whimsical. It's those two things. I'm like, okay. I guess the eyebrows too were a little like.
Yeah, the eyebrows feel.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I've known how to do it forever. I can kind of switch them still.
Oh, wait. I think I just did it. But I can't now because I'm going to start laughing.
My face has subtitles, so frequently, if you ever see someone talking to me and I do the...
Oh my god, I'm doing it.
I'm so proud. Yeah, occasionally if I'm talking to somebody and what they are expressing to me is profoundly stupid or deeply confusing, you'll just see the left eyebrow kind of creep up.
Oh, I've seen it. It's fun.
Dude, this is so bad. Okay, so take a look at the little paragraph on the top left. There will be 4 major groups in which women may enter. They may be fighters, magic users, thieves, and clerics. All right, solid start. They may progress to the level of men in the area of magic, and in some ways surpass men as thieves.
Oh my god.
I think you know why. Elven women may rise especially to high levels in clerics to the elves. Only as fighters are women clearly behind men in all cases, but even they have attributes that make their male counterparts do not.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Only fighters. That sentence doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad grammar in this on top of it that I've also had to like... So the fighter titles aren't too bad. Fighting woman, swordswoman, gladiator, battle maiden. Like, okay, this is not horrible. I read that and I was like, I'm not seeing it yet. And I went to clerics and I was like, okay, they're a little high femme and they're inching into like, I don't know, slightly too religiously reverent, but whatever. Then I got to thieves. That's the middle of the page on the right-hand side. Why don't one of you guys go ahead and read that column for me? Don't worry about the XP.
Do you want to, or do you want me to?
I feel like it's better if you do it, Megan.
Okay.
I may be non-binary, but I still born male, so yeah, I'm just gonna not.
I'm sorry if I giggle, because when I get uncomfortable, I start giggling. So
that is okay. Whatever your reaction to discomfort is, you're safe here because this is all horrible.
Oh man. All right. So we've got wench, hag, jade, succubus, adventuress, soothsayer, gypsy, and sibyl. Sorry. I don't mean to laugh. The
sibyl one is rough.
That's rough.
I don't mean to laugh.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at the fighter one, and one of them just literally is chosen because it sounds like another word. Myrmidon.
Yeah.
Which
is now
know
a
what Myrmidon
creature. Yeah.
Other than the Baldur's Gate 3 creature, I don't.
I know history, weird esoteric history. In the Iliad, they were the soldiers that Achilles commanded, his Myrmidons.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that very much reads so like Valkyrie, that it was a gendered thing. That they were like that is very much so. Myrmidon feels like they were like, that sounds like mermaid. We'll throw that in there.
Because there's no way they were thinking about proactively being genderlessly reverent of this role when all of the rest of them are gendered.
Yeah.
Even it's like war lady 10th level. Oh, fucking bite me.
The only one is gladiator is fully genderless.
Yeah. So like I'm willing to try to give a little credit.
Weren't they called gladiatrix? If they wanted to be gender, wouldn't they have said gladiatrix?
That is a good question. I'm going to look that up, and right about now it should be flashing at the bottom of the screen whether this is true or rumor.
Is Megan correct or not? Because I feel like I've heard that word in a show. Like, not Rome. I've watched that too many times, but a different show about like gladiators. And I feel like they called the women gladiatrix. Gladiatorix? Anyway.
I just did a little research on it. Because I was like, I feel like you're mixing gladiator and dominatrix
together.
Nope. I gotta go eat crow because that is a thing. You were
correct. Wow. Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
So they screwed up on that one.
Yay.
I'm never afraid to admit when I'm wrong, okay?
Honestly, it's kind of good to know, but I wish they would have used that one since that existed, and they're not using of that with everything else being gendered. Does not give me hope for Myrmidon, but maybe. We'll leave that ambiguous. I'm not going to cast a judgment on that one.
Right.
Magic user's not that bad, honestly. You know, until you get to like Enchantress, for which there is no male counterpart. Sorceress, which at the time were evil coded. And then everything level 9 and over is just witch.
Yeah.
Cute.
Let's go, Agatha Harkness.
So we're gonna ignore the hit die. I'm gonna put that as a little bonus, but because it gets confusing to try to explain it, but it's ick. It's ick. Go ahead and click over to the next page for me. Don't worry, I've censored this one for the viewers, but you should see the
dragon?
Ambiguous. Is that a dragon?
Is that what that's supposed to be?
I don't think so. I was just like, I thought it was an ambiguously creatured lady with her titties out, seemingly.
Them things is thinging.
Well, it's under charm humanoid monster, so
I think they're a humanoid monster.
What the?
But of what variety? I have no friggin' idea.
The hell is that supposed to be?
I don't know.
It looks like a mogwai. I'm sorry. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to call attention to because it's freaking horrifying. Thieves, women's statistics. See Blackmore. Female thieves, same as male, except that higher level female thieves can learn some limited magic, and beautiful thieves are capable of the spells of seduction and charm men. On page 11 of Blackmore are additional statistics regarding thieves. Copy the 6 classes of female thieves down next to apprentice through master pilferer. Dwarf, elven, and hobbit women may act as thieves.
Sorry.
Because, and we'll get there, there is a beauty index that is racist as shit that determines whether you are pretty enough to successfully be a thief.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
And
Oh
I
my
quote,
god.
"To cast seduction, charm men, or charm humanoid monster, the thief must have a beauty score of 13 or better and an intelligence of 9 or better." Fighting women may also incorporate the spells of seduction, charm men, or charm humanoid monster, depending on their level and beauty scores.
This is so stupid.
It's so stupid!
This is so dumb.
This is
Wow.
This is the funniest horrifying one, though. Saving throws against seduction. The saving throw is based upon seduction level, spell number, not level of seductress, beauty score, wisdom of person being seduced, and type of figure being seduced. Some seduction level and beauty scores. Subtract the wisdom of the target figure and add that product to a 20-sided die roll. The fighter needs a score of 13 or higher to be saved. That is not laid. Is that being saved? 3 question marks.
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Also,
This is
tangentially,
wild.
just to help break some tension, I'm just reminded of Thaco and like the overly complicated math that older editions of D&D used.
Cleric needs an 8 or higher to stay celibate.
That one killed me. The cleric needs an 8 or higher to stay celibate.
Wait.
His devotion to his god is not enough.
No. Did you have to be celibate as a cleric to be able to use your divine magic?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That is
Crazy considering how far we've come now, right?
I'm laughing now because that's fucking ridiculous.
Stu has a character in his back pocket at all times called Friar Fuck You Up. And he is a hard drinking, absolutely raunchy, like every able-bodied person in the bar is going to get hit on Friar.
Oh, that is so fun.
And he's
excellent.
using the monk class because we were thinking monks, and instead of the Asian styled monk, instead of like the European friary style monk, and like that is just so funny.
With the brown robe and the shaved.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's great.
I have a character model somewhere.
That is what I was imagining. like Friar Tuck.
I'm imagining K-pop Demon Hunters when Mira has the freaking kettle and she's just like pop pop pop. I picture that, but with like ceramic tankards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's such a wonderful, like goofy class, because you have all of the skill set of the monk. So you have all the deflect missiles and things like that, and all of the key points, but you're using the Friar Tuck style. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, found some funny in the heavy stuff. I love it.
There is some funny. Truly, there is some funny in here. It was not meant to be funny. People actually followed these rules.
I can totally tell how serious this is, but to me,
but this is kind of great. There is a chart for how long a male player or NPC will remain catatonic for after they are subject to seduction. Yeah.
Is it
the effect of the charm is to prevent battle. The monster will disarm his victim, but not try to harm or kill her if they're charming the other direction.
Is it funny?
Hold up.
It is. Is it really bad? It also is. But it's
Yeah, this is if a male humanoid monster goes after a female player character.
oh God.
And because oh yeah, we're 30 minutes in, I can say this. Because obviously Gary Gygax has no idea what a monster fucker is. The charm spell against humanoid monsters is like, oh, the monster will disarm his victim, but not try to harm or kill her. If the charmer tries to use her weapons and does not proffer it, she may break the spell and he will immediately try to kill her.
Okay. I thought it was, oh, the monster's going to try to like kidnap her instead and take her to lair.
Oh no, thank God. I mean, maybe. Hang on, let's see. Oh no, here we go. Any attack may break the spell, 70% chance of breaking it, disarm and carry off the woman to his lair. The spell will last indefinitely. If she tries
like
to
being
fight
right.
an 8 or higher on a 20-sided die will mean that he'll try to kill her. If a 9+, he will try to grapple her and may harm her. 50% chance. Some beauty and spell levels subtract his level and add to a 20-sided die roll. At 12 through 16, he will carry her off to his lair. 17+ is catatonia.
Wait,
note,
so you're saying it's
vampires,
so beautiful that you're just
gargoyles, and
catatonic.
centaurs add 2 points to their level for intelligence and wisdom.
No. Now I'm thinking, I wonder
Okay.
if any men actually played these roles because it's just so fucking ridiculous. But I want to know
Well,
if
'cause
any men
You
tried
could
to
be
play
playing
this.
a female character
Yeah,
as a
but they
as a male
weren't.
player. Like that's,
Yeah, but I was like, did they take these stats and everything? Because that would be kind of fun. Oh,
Yeah.
Poor Jimmy over the other end of the table is getting shafted because he picked the female.
Poor Jimmy.
oh.
It's okay. So go ahead and go to the next one because there's like, it goes over like, oh, you can use poison, you can use magic mount, you can use mind meld. There's
Okay.
something really bothersome on the next page, and I want to see how long it takes you to find it.
I already did. I got it. I don't like it. I really don't
Is
like
it-
it.
Is it horrid beauty?
It is! Ding, 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 ding! This may be cast by
I don't like
any
this game.
witches, regardless of their beauty score, but beauty will affect how the spell will act. Direct sight of the witch within 16 feet is required to have an effect. Grotesque witches, a beauty score of 2 to 5. Ugly witches, a beauty score of 6 to 9. Ordinary witches, a score of 10 to 12. Beautiful witches, a score of 13 to 16. Gorgeous witches, 17 or more. Grotesque witches will scare the victim. Those with 3 or fewer hit dice, yes, hit dice, will be scared to death. 3 + 1 or more hit dice will flee as from a fear spell
Wait.
with morale lowered by 2 points for 4 + 1d6 turns.
Wait,
I'm not
that actually sounds
Megan, you
really
first.
interesting. I was gonna say that actually sounds really interesting. Can you imagine you're a grotesque witch and you just like look at someone and then they die?
Boo!
Yeah. So, like that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I'm not condoning this, but that is really funny that you
Okay.
seduce and they just die.
All right, I could see that. That's actually kind of funny. You can make that funny. We can make that funny.
Ugh.
Can we?
Can we?
Like, can we make that funny? I don't know.
Let's see. Ugly witches will scare those with 2 or fewer hit dice to death. Others will flee as if from fear spell, morale lowered by 1 point per 2d4 turns.
But only the death thing. The death
But
thing
only
is
the
funny.
death
Everything
thing.
else.
Everything else is horrifying.
Awful. The death thing is
Here's,
funny.
here's where it gets bad. Ordinary witches, not even on here. No effects, apparently. An ordinary witch will neither kill nor seduce. But if you're beautiful or better, beautiful witches will seduce all with 4 or fewer hit dice, as if with a 6th level seduction spell. No saving throw. 4+1 hit dice figures may have a saving throw. Gorgeous witches will seduce all with 5 or fewer hit dice, as with a 7th level seduction spell. No saving throw. Ordinary witches may have either effect on a 50-50 basis. Cast dice for every figure individually.
Yeah, the thing is
yes. Just an
funny part
ordinary
about that.
witch.
They codified Plain Jane.
Yeah. Plain Jane is a basic witch.
Ah.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Wait, I just noticed something I didn't notice before. Worship is a 4th level cleric spell used by chaotic clerics of beauty score 11+. All men will idolize the cleric within 12 feet. There is no contact, and she has no power over them, save to prevent combat and keep them in a trance for 4+1d8 turns. It's a non-seductive seduction?
No, it's cult leader.
Oh.
The cult
It's
leader
hot
mechanic.
cult leader. It's hot cult leader.
That's the name. That's the name of my next band. Hot Cult Leader.
Hot cult leader.
Oh,
Hot Cult Leader.
oh my god. I'm like on the verge of crying.
I have some smaller blurbs. If you click the next one, that were like nothing else on the page was terribly interesting, but I grabbed a few of these.
Okay.
If the chainmail system, not man-to-man, is used, the tables are wholly correct. If the alternate combat system is used, subtract 1 level from all levels over 1 in every combat. If this is not done, females would fight as well as a man at the same level for far fewer experience points. Because, you know, a woman going through a fight deserves less experience than a man. For every 100 XP a man gets, a woman gets 80. Yeah. What
It's
is
just
it,
gotten not
70
funny
now?
again.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up with that one. That is... I should not laugh at that, but that was a good one.
The pay disparity exists even in XP. It's so messed up.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I showed you the zoom in on Thieves. I showed you the titles. Okay. Let me find it on here. Fighting women may incorporate the spells of seduction, charm, man, or charm humanoid monster, depending on their level and their beauty scores. Women's strength scores range from 2 to 14. Thus, some weaponry and types of armor are too difficult for them to wield or bear without undue fatigue. Women are allowed 1,000 points of incumbents plus 50 times strength rating at no movement loss. Anything over that weight reduces figure to half speed. Maximum load is 1.8 times encumbrance score. Women with a strength of 10, which is average, or lower, wield flail, battle axes, morning stars at a -1. Polearms, halberd, and pike, and two-handed sword at a -2. Women at a strength of 12 or lower wield only the latter group at a -1. Plate armor has a 20% greater fatigue rating in women of strength 10 or lower, 10% for 11 or 12. Chainmail has a 10% greater fatigue in women. Okay. Magic users. There's no limit to the levels to which a female may go in magic. Experience points above 13th level are comparable to male magic users, and powers are nearly equal. You may make them equal, in fact, with no problem, beginning at witch level 13. The spells of female magic users are the same with male magic users, with these additions. Spells for women only may be used by men or women.
It's not funny anymore.
No. Unfortunately,
it got
not.
really, it got unfunny so fast.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so click to the next one, where
No. Oh, okay.
you'll see both the beauty table. It goes like alignment charts. So both viewers and Megan and Vincent. The women's race is on the left-hand column, and the male's race is across the top. And at every juncture, you will see the score required for that woman to seduce a man. Women with a lower beauty, or sorry, that's their beauty score to that type of man. Your beauty score changes.
Oh my god.
I would like to note that for some reason, orcs are very attractive to dwarves, but not other orcs, and very attractive to elves.
Yeah, orcs have a 20. Ugh.
I'm not sure if maybe it's supposed to be the other way around, but it feels like it's written wrong,
Again.
right? Because
Yeah, well,
it would
again, with the overly complicated math and like convoluted ways of calculating things,
yeah.
Mhm.
that is this in on full display right now. Because I'm like, okay, this is. I have 4 ways of interpreting
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Because I'm like really confused looking at it. Because it's. I've seen graph tables and this looks. This is weird.
So there is, let me see if I can find it. There is a horrifying little blurb wherein they disclose, I'll say, I don't want to give it any kind of positive verbiage.
Mhm.
They disclose, they explain how this is supposed to work. And
Oh.
it would appear that that number is supposed to be the beauty score of the female to the male. But in describing it, they do some really racist shit wherein they're like, elves are the pinnacle of beauty.
So. Oh.
Yeah, gross, right?
Oh.
So it's like,
Yeah, this is. I don't like this.
it doesn't get better.
Oh.
In 2019, Cask decided to defend the article in the context at the time. That
2019?
Yeah, in 2019, he was defending the
Oh my.
article, stating that it was all
Oh.
well-intentioned and in an honest attempt to appeal to women and get them to play more D&D, admitting it might seem a little sexist to modern standards, proving thoroughly
No.
the fact that men will do literally anything before going to therapy because God forbid a boy have some character growth.
No, this is sexist in every decade. I don't
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
what decade you are from, you're born in, whatever. This is sexist no matter what.
So, I have some
Ugh.
appendices on this, which we'll get into part 2. But the
Okay.
rest of the timeline is not great until one point. It's bad and bad and bad, and then it gets better. In 1989 release of AD&D wasn't any better for femme players, using strictly male pronouns when referring to PCs and the DM. The creator defended this decision, saying, the male pronoun, he, him, and his, is used exclusively throughout the second edition of AD&D game rules. We hope this won't be construed by anyone as an attempt to exclude females for the game or imply their exclusion. Centuries of use have neutered the male pronoun. In written material, it is clear, concise, and familiar. Nothing else is. So, I guess laziness is a perfectly valid excuse for sexism in the nerd space, but I'm pretty sure the 3 of us already knew that.
Great.
Man, these people are so worried about pronouns.
Right? It's crazy. Oh my god, I'm just such a special snowflake. I'm so offended about everything. Says the guy that was offended by a rainbow. Let's think about that.
Oh god.
In 2004, Gygax attempted and failed to backpedal, stating, That said, I never enforced the rule in my own game, for the milieu is fantasy, and given that, why have a physical power barrier when there are no others?
Ew.
After posting the following on an N-World forum. Well, damn, here I thought that most everybody knew that my first two playtesters for the D&D game were my son Ernie and my daughter Elise. They played the first dungeon adventure, were joined the next day by Don Kay and Rob Curse. Elise played for a few months and then lost interest. Her sisters Heidi and Cindy got into D&D later on. Those two used to make Luke DM for them when he was very young. Tell him what treasure they found when he complained to me that I set him straight. And shortly after that, his sisters quit playing, the greedy power gamers. As I have often said, I am a biological determinist, and there is no question that male and female brains are different. It is apparent to me that by and large, females do not derive the same inner satisfaction from playing games as a hobby that males do. It isn't that females can't play games well. It's just that it isn't a compelling activity for them, as is the case for males. Cheers, Gary.
This man is dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw hands with a fucking dead man. I'm gonna throw hands.
The following year, he tried to act like he didn't say it, stating, "Why I decided on realism in regards to male and female strength is beyond me. After all, in a fantasy game, that doesn't make a great deal of sense. I suppose I just wasn't thinking the matter through in regards to the game. I do not have such differentiations in the legendary adventure games." Only to immediately follow, and I do mean the very next sentence, with, "As for the actual difference between males and females, I'm quite comfortable with the limits I placed in the book, unless steroids are taken into account. Males have some 30% more muscle mass, IIRR, and they are taller and heavier than females. All of that matters in combat." I'm sorry, you said what? I'm sorry, you said what?
Man.
I am
Yeah,
aware that
I
my
definitely
neck
have
does not look as
30%.
strong on camera, but I'm pretty sure Vincent's half my size.
Yeah, I absolutely no. I have 30% more muscle mass than you.
You have so much more muscle
Absolutely,
mass.
my tiny little weefy. Jesus Christ.
I hate everything. Oh, I'm so glad this man is. We don't have to listen to any more of his shit.
The only point that it got better was when 5e released, someone bothered to relay a simple message. Think of your character's gender, sex, and sexual orientation in a non-binary sense, finally acknowledging the nebulous nature of gender and sexuality. The amount of backlash it sparked was so catastrophic that it's literally like, why do we bother? Why do we say
Right.
these things? This isn't to say that being a woman or a non-binary person in gaming is all bad. In my opinion, it's each person's social responsibility to be an absolute nuisance to any person or persons who wish to keep others from simply existing and living their lives. And
Yeah.
in that spirit, know that your presence here in the nerd space deeply offends many people, and that in and of itself is enough reason to continue being here with us and very loudly and annoyingly enjoying and engaging with the space.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
awful.
I'm so sorry.
That was
Awful.
one of the topics of all time.
Yeah. It was a
my
long one,
God.
but it had to be covered, and I wanted to cover it in an early episode. Just so that it's very clear where we stand.
Oh yeah.
Be a
fair.
nuisance.
Wow. I have I have no words. I'm sorry. That was just I can't believe it. Well, part of
Yeah.
me can, but at the same time I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll have to explain Black Templar players to you in the post show.
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
anything about. I don't know anything about whatever it is you're talking about.
Oy. So,
Oh,
full
Megan,
disclosure,
your turn.
I've never seen Willow, so this is all new information for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Same.
I loved this film so much. It was everything to me. So Willow
Mhm.
was a Lucasfilm production. It's a high fantasy adventure epic with like themes of like heroism and there's sorcery and then also prophetic destiny. It at the time when it released, it did get a lot of mixed reviews. There was modest box office success, but it is now today a beloved cult classic. Fantastic. It was directed by Ron Howard, which
Really?
wild. Yeah, he wanted to have a fantasy film in like his repertoire. Good for him. So the story was created by George Lucas, who is also the executive producer, but it was actually written by Bob Dolman. So a lot of people, they'll see George Lucas's name and automatically think that he wrote the script. He didn't write it, but he did come up with the story after meeting Warwick Davis, who plays Willow, during when they were like working together during Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
He saw this 11-year-old kid and was like, "You're gonna be the star of my." So Warwick Davis, who plays Willow, Ulf Good, was 17 at the time of filming, and like his whole thing, like he makes me smile. Like he does such a wonderful job of bringing this world to life. He has a wonderful realism and he's genuine. And the fact that he believes in this makes me believe in it too, which is like not hard because it's fantasy and I love fantasy. But some other cast highlights are Jean Marsh, who plays Queen Bavmorda, Joanne Whaley, who plays Sorsha, Bavmorda's daughter, and she's also like a warrior princess, badass warrior princess, not like need a man warrior princess. And then my heart, Val Kilmer plays the swordsman Mad Mardigan. R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Love that
So
man.
oh my god, smash.
Vincent
Not even
looks
joking.
confused.
Not even joking, smash.
I don't remember him dying.
Yeah, he
Like
passed
a
away
few months
recently.
ago.
Yeah.
I did not even see. Yeah, April 1st.
No, you didn't know that?
I didn't. Oh,
Oh.
no, this is news.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
It's really sad. One of the reasons why I wanted to choose this film too.
There.
So I know. So this film is rated PG. It has a runtime of 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Okay.
IMDb gave it a 7.2 out of 10.
All right.
And it has a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. The budget estimate was about $35 million, and it grossed a little over $8 million in North America, and then 57 million worldwide. So it did get back the money. It was, like I said, like kind of moderate, less than stellar in the box office, but it did become a top-selling home video release.
Okay.
So
when that back in the day when like they could go, hey, we didn't have a good box office, but if we market, we can get a good home video and like cult classic following, and now that's just dead.
Exactly.
That is not a thing anymore.
The plot of this movie, according to IMDb, is a young dwarf farmer is chosen to undertake a perilous journey in order to protect a special baby from an evil queen. Along the way, he teams up with a disgraced swordsman to defeat the evil sorceress. Now, Nana, you have not seeing this movie. Do you kind of get like a sense of what this movie is in your head hearing that plot, as opposed to say, oh, Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, this one's like, okay, I'm seeing the linear journey. You've given me qualifying information about who they are, where they come from, who are they saving, why, what are they saving from.
Exactly. So much better already. There are also so many fun creatures in this film. So there are what they call the big people. So that man, again with a capital M, which are called bikini. We have dwarves, also called Nelwyn. Then they have like brownies, fairies, sorceresses, trolls, dragons, and these like creepy death dog things. This whole movie was fantastic with their theming. It like the Dungeons and Dragons movie, it does fall into that opening trap of having like that voiceless narrator with the words on the screen telling the audience what you're being dropped into. This one, however, is hella creepy, and it does give a lot of great context because it does tell you about the birth of a child who's going to end the reign of an evil queen. And it also tells you that she takes prisoner all of the pregnant women in order to destroy this child.
What the fuck?
Yes. It is exactly what you're probably thinking. She is abducting pregnant women and killing their babies to make sure that this child is never born.
Holy crap.
So,
Fun fact. Oh, go ahead.
I lost my thought immediately. No. the opening crawl, the voiceless opening crawl. When those happen, like, you gotta come with like the just best writing you have ever seen for those to like work, because otherwise they're just boring.
Yeah.
They have
well,
to
and it has to
slay.
go along with like a soundtrack that slaps. Like, it needs to be Lord of the Rings level. It needs to be Star Wars level. There needs to be some grandiose like, hello, hi, I need your attention. Read this, read this, read this.
So it's great that you mentioned that, because I was going to say next, the music is by James Horner. It is not Lord of the Rings level.
Why do I know that?
But
name?
He actually did Titanic.
That's
probably
why.
one of the things. So it's not Lord of the Rings level, it's not Titanic level, but it is good. Like, so this opening crawl is on like a smoky background and features like a crazy ominous female chorus with like crying babies.
Oh,
it's
no thanks.
So when you know what you're being dropped into. It is horrifying, like fantastic.
I don't do crying babies. I can't. Something neurologically with me and crying babies does not mix.
Then you will not like the first 5 minutes of this movie.
I'll read it. I'll read the opening crawl on Google and then fast forward in 5 minutes.
Or just mute it. Just mute it, and you can watch it, but just not hear it. That can happen. But so the baby is born, and the mother begs this midwife to take her away to safety, which she does, and the queen is deceived. So we've got that trope going on. This midwife is crossing like valleys and snowy mountains and forests to save this baby. And it does show, after like the horrific opening crawl and like seeing this evil queen and what she's doing to women, that there is some good in this world. Mr. Frodo. Sorry, I had to get a Lord of the Rings thing in there.
No, you're good. I was adjusting levels. I apologize. I laughed internally and forgot to actually laugh out loud.
It's okay. I'll laugh at my own jokes. I'm really good at that. So this film was filmed in Northern California and New Zealand, Ireland, around the UK. So within, again, the first 10 minutes, you get a sense of how magical this place is because of the locations. They also filmed so much in New Zealand that I was actually able to pinpoint some places that they might have used in Lord of the Rings, because I am crazy like that. But it also just shows how synonymous New Zealand is with fantasy films. So it also brought me more into this world because I already knew this place was going to be beautiful. Unfortunately, though, the midwife does get caught by these, like, they're called death dogs. They were literally Rottweilers in rubber masks and bodysuits, so they do look like rats. It's kind of funny.
Poor babies.
Weirdly, I know, yeah, like those poor dogs are probably overheating. Like,
yeah,
knowing like Northern California and like New Zealand, Ireland, and the UK, it's not like super hot, but I bet that was just awful for the dog. They did have a no animal was harmed in the making of this film and the credits. So
okay,
I'll just, it's
I'm gonna have to trust them on that.
I'm gonna trust them. The baby, before unfortunately the midwife is set upon, it does get sent down a river on like a basket, kind of like Moses, which is interesting. And she is found by Willow's family. They are, again, Nelwyns in this village called Downriver. So they instantly take a shine to her. They fall in love with her. It's super cute. Then they go to this festival, and here for the first time, you get to see the sense of community along like the Nelwyn village and these people. Their costumes are all reflections of like medieval ages. So you're not taken out of the fantasy theme, which is fantastic. Everyone fits into the same world because everyone looks alike, like they
Okay.
belong together. Willow starts to do like your basic kind of hack magician disappearing tricks, which is adorable. He does this on a pig where he makes a pig disappear and the pig bursts out of a cage underneath him. So people are like, oh, haha, like you can't do magic. And you think as well, like, haha, he can't do anything. But they are told that magic is the bloodstream of this universe. So there is eventually something is going to happen. Unfortunately, the village is set upon by these death dogs, as well as the evil queen's like guards trying to find this baby. So Willow is given the task to go find a Daikini person at the borders of their lands and just give her to the first person he sees.
Oh.
Which is so sad. And he doesn't want to do this, but he knows like to protect his village, to protect his people, like she should be with her. Which is awful. And during this time, the evil queen, Bavmorda, is sending her daughter to search for this baby as well. And after her daughter leaves, she is given another prophecy, is that her daughter will betray her. And she ignores this, which is horrifying.
I'm sensing foreshadowing.
Finally, oh yes.
Yeah.
There's so much foreshadowing in this movie. I loved every second of this. So finally, the Willow and a couple of his other Nelwyn buddies come across the crossroads where they have to give up this baby, and they see a bunch of like those crow cages hanging with like bones, and this is where they meet Mad Mardigan, where like he's been in there for a while. He's hungry, he's thirsty, he's a little crazy. They debate giving him the baby. Willow says no, but they all are like, well, if you're not going to give this child up, so they leave him. And Mad Mardigan takes advantage of their naivete. He kind of goes like, oh, I'll take good care of her. I love her. I love her already.
no.
Give her to me. Like he wants to get out of this cage. Anything to get out of this cage. And it's very apparent that he will most likely give away this child as soon as he gets out of this cage. Like it's a bad idea. He does at one point say something like, I give you my word of honor. And you immediately realize his word of honor means nothing. It's like shit. But unfortunately, like Willow gives Mad Mardigan the baby. He has no other choice. So he ends up going home, and he sees a hawk carrying the little baby away, and he thinks, "Oh my god! Like what? I gave this baby to a person. Why is the baby being carried away by a hawk?"
Yeah.
So he follows the baby, and he gets taken by the brownies. And their fairy queen tells Willow that this baby's name is Alora Dannon, and she has specifically chosen him to be her guardian. He has to take her and this magic wand to a sorceress named Rizel, and there they will be guided to the kingdom where Alora Dannon will become the princess of this realm and be safe from the evil queen. It is kind of given like Star Wars prophecy vibes.
A little bit.
Like it's very much Star Wars prophecy vibes here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But like, why fix what's not broken? You know? Like
Yeah.
This is where you also will meet your two comic relief characters, which are brownies. They kind of have like a weird mix between like French and Italian accents.
Okay.
One of them gets like whacked in the face with fairy dust and falls in love with a cat. So, you know, this is kind of be like, okay, classic, like funny, haha. And they're going to be the ones who are going to lead Willow to this sorceress.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah. They were my least favorite part of this movie, I must say. But we do run into a classic tavern scene where there's like drunken men and rough rousers, and Mad Mardigan has some fun with a married woman and disguises himself as a woman so he can escape the tavern. The man comes in and gets a little handsy, which is really awkward. Very, very awkward. But so Sorcha eventually comes in, and they like show up, and it's again a classic escaping the tavern trope where, you know, instead of a car chase, we get like a horse and cart. chase, which is
I do kind of love
felt-
those.
it felt very Indiana Jones. Like there were a lot of things in that felt either very Star Wars or very Indiana Jones. And it doesn't surprise me because this is George Lucas we're talking about.
Yeah.
100%.
But again, so Mad Mardigan will join Willow and Alora and the Brownies until they reach the island where the sorceress Razel is from. During this time, Willow is going to be starting to mess with the wand to see if he can actually do some real magic. And the wand will start to light up, and he is also shocked that he can do magic. It's really cute because the whole time I'm like, you can do it, Willow, you can do it. Razel turns out to be a talking muskrat. Bavmorda put a spell on her, and Willow has to change her back. She cannot do this herself. This is gonna be fun because she keeps changing into different animals.
Oh God.
Yeah. Mad Mardigan ends up
My
leaving
brain
the group.
immediately jumps to Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is very Emperor's New Groove. Mad Mardigan ends up leaving the group, but he gets captured by soldiers and brought to Willow and his group. And you think that he maybe sold them out since he didn't want to be them at first. But if you listen closely, you can hear a guard saying, "We told you we'd find them without your help." So it also kind of gives you another insight into Mad Mardigan. He may be a rake, but he is true to his word. He wasn't going to sell them out. He wanted to leave, but he was captured. And then we get the gorgeous, I wish I had a photo of this. I'm so sorry I did not give you guys photos, but he is wearing this all black. He has long hair. His shirt is open. It is peak Val Kilmer in the 80s. That's why smash. Love him. There is also some really fun, like mean-spirited flirting between Mad Mardigan and Sorsha that starts happening. It is very much enemies to lovers, which I'm a big fan of.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, like,
so
what is
while they're-
mean-spirited flirting?
You know, like I guess
Pigtail pulling without the physical aspect.
kind of being like, you're ugly. Well, you suck. I don't know. Like I can't exactly think of what they were saying, but it was mean, but it was flirting. Listen, I'm not the best person to be asking about flirting. I have zero flirting skills. My idea of flirting is just being like, well, you look handsome today. And that's it.
Don't worry, give it a few more seasons and you'll be a pro.
Oh God. So then Willow, this
D&D,
oh man,
ultimate flirting practice.
Tabletop dating simulator.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Oh no, not at all. So Willow, this is where again he tries to change Razel back into herself, but he turns into a crow, unfortunately, which she's mad about. She looked great as a crow, I gotta say. Like all the animals that she turns into, hilarious. So the brownies show up to try and get them out of the cage. But one ends up hitting Mad Mardigan in the face with this special fairy powder dust, and he falls in love with Sorsha. And then he becomes like a Romeo. He starts spitting poetry, which personally I fear would work on me. One of the things that he says that had me giggling and kicking my feet was, "Your touch is worth 100,000 deaths." Excuse me. Like,
boy, oh
I'm
boy,
sorry.
just wait till you play the will path on Baldur's Gate 3. You're in trouble.
Listen, I got to the point where I was going to choose Astarion again, or well, for the first time. But then I ended up choosing Gale again. So
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'll ever get to Will. It's
No, because if
it's
you
so
did, you might
interesting.
have a contender for Gale.
Oh no. No one could contend with Gale right now, at least. But yeah, so the thing about this love interest scene is so fascinating because you can see the way that Sorsha looks at Mad Mardigan is like she's never been spoken to like this, and just the shock and awe on the actress's face, Joanne Whaley, was incredible. And then I found out Joanne Whaley and Val Kilmer were married. They
Wait,
met
what?
on this set. They met on this set. They fell in love on this set and
Okay, that's
married for
pretty
8 years
cute.
and had 2 kids. So
That's pretty cute.
watching this is actually kind of sweet. I mean, they divorced eventually, spoiler. So I don't know like how that ended up, but you can see the love that they have for each other. It is so sweet. We also get to see Mad Mardigan's sick ass sword skills for the first time during this. And I will say, this battle music has this tinge of like a swell of a love theme. Like this Mad Mardigan is about to leave and sees Sorsha, and they just lock eyes on each other. And it
God.
is so goated. I gotta say, like, it's beautiful. They also did another Indiana Jones where there's like this shield that they get on and slide down this snowy mountain. And I was like, why does this remind me of Indiana Jones and the Doom? Because it happened in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Like, what the fuck? They really like to rehash some of the things that they've done in other movies.
Tropes are tropes for a reason.
Oh God. But Matt Mardigan gets the love kicked out of him, literally, and realizes, I don't love Sorsha, and then it's kind of like, do I? I don't know. So again, the whole like getting hit with a love spell and then realizing you person trope, which is very apparent. Willow and Mad Mardigan eventually make it to the realm, the castle of Tirasleen, where they are supposed to drop off the baby, but everyone is frozen. Avmorda got to them. No one is alive, unfortunately. I should have said spoiler alert at the
How old
beginning
is
of
this movie?
1988.
Yeah,
But,
you're fine.
Because
I
I've
think
realized
the rule is like 3 years, not 30.
Yeah.
Good to know. Willow again tries to turn Rizal into a human. She gets turned into a goat this time. And then, unfortunately, Bavmorda's army comes and they start to fight. And then they realize there are trolls in this castle. The trolls have taken over. These trolls look like human-monkey hybrids.
Okay.
Like they're humans, but they have like monkey masks. It's very weird. Like, it's not exactly what I would think a troll is. So I'm kind of wondering if they spent the budget on other things, like the magic aspect.
Yeah.
And they just said, hey, put this mask on.
Put this mask on. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. You won't look anything different. It's fine. The weird thing, though, is that Willow uses magic on one of these trolls. And it turns into a gross lump of flesh, which eventually 2 heads popped out of it. And it turns into this fire-breathing dragon. Like, it looks like a hydra. It is so 80s looking. It kind of does look like claymation, but it is actually an early use of digital morphing technology, which was first used by Industrial Light and Magic. So it was super pioneering at the time, which, I mean, nowadays it looks funny, but in the 80s, this was peak like CGI. It's fantastic, and it still in a way holds up today.
ILM was way ahead of the curve on a lot of things.
Absolutely. The name, oh gosh, his name is eluding me, but he did Willow, he's done Jurassic Park, all the like big movies from the 80s to the 90s that ILM had a hand in.
It's either Phil Tippett or Richard Taylor.
Phil Tippett. It was Phil Tippett. Richard Taylor is, I know, Weta Workshop because Lord of the Rings.
He also worked with ILM for a time.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil Tippett's wonderful.
He's fantastic. I have nothing but good things to say about all I've ever seen him do. So for the final act, the brownies show up with the the army of the good people to help fight this queen. But unfortunately, the baby gets stolen away. And so the army, Mad Mardigan, Willow, and now Sorsha, who has decided to defy her mom and actually save this child, because she realizes my mom is horrible. It was a very quick switch. Like, she just kind of looked at the baby and went,
like,
oh, okay, I get it now. I'm gonna save this child, which was strange.
Bizarre.
But so very bizarre. They make camp in front of Bavmorda's gates so that they can attack her.
Bold choice.
But very bold choice because she
Yeah.
comes to the gates and she gives her like little, oh, haha, you think you can beat me, blah. And she turns the entire army, including her daughter, into pigs. Everyone
I
just,
know this spell.
yes. Right?
Like, I think
Again,
I went over that one.
again, the CGI is fantastic. It's very much American Werewolf in London because you
Okay.
see them turning from humans into pigs slowly, and it looks fantastic. Like
Nice.
Very cool.
it is really, really cool how they do this practically. Eventually, Alora, the baby, is starting to get ready to be sacrificed as for like this evil ritual. And Willow, who is using magic to protect himself from becoming a pig, is again trying to change Razel. She turns into an ostrich and then into a peacock and then into a turtle and then into a tiger. And the fun changes in between them is hilarious because you can see the shimmers of where the like CGI input of all the different animals are. So it is kind of funny. If you have an eye for that thing, which I know a lot of people don't, but it's like one of the little niche things that I like is to nitpick at old movies where their CGI becomes muddle. And then she becomes a woman. But unfortunately for her, she was changed when she was a young woman. And now she is an old woman. Very much female Gandalf, all in white, long white hair. And she's shocked to find out how much time it's been between changing. She changes everybody back into humans with her magic. And they all run in to go fight the evil bad guys, and as well trying to stop this ritual from taking place. There is chanting and like strange blood water rising, as well as thunder and lightning. It is scary.
Did you say
like,
blood water or flood water?
Blood water. It's like watery blood.
I'm just making sure I heard it right.
Oh yeah, no, you heard that right. So Willow goes with Razel and Sorsha to confront this queen who this spell is making her old and haggard, and she has her skin looks like it's pulling away from the bones. You'd think that this spell that she's trying to do to sacrifice this baby would make her like beautiful and youthful again, but it is sucking her soul out of her body. It is so fantastic. It looks great. They have to eventually fight the priests who are trying to protect their queen, and she is actually almost killed by her mother. Her mother uses magic impale her on these like spikes, but is saved by Razel. Now the queen does not care about anything but destroying this child and keeping the prophecy from. She doesn't even care about her own child.
Dang.
This witch battle kind of reminded me of like Gandalf and Saruman in the Towers of Orthanc, because the queen is getting spun around the room with like Razel's wand. So again, Lord of the Rings, but I found that very funny. Like it was a good, fun moment in what is essentially terrifying. What's happening? Willow grabs Alora and tries to throw some magic acorns at Bavmorda, which would turn her into stone. But she is able to break that, like the curse of these stones. And it's just kind of like laughing at Willow, saying like his magic is not strong enough. But he tells her he's going to send the baby to a place where there is no magic and she can't touch him. So he starts to chant, and before the queen can do anything, the baby disappears. In her rage, the queen knocks over this like evil. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Are you seriously leaning on the cauldron of the cosmos right now?
Yeah, it's basically what it is. Yeah, that's basically it. She knocks it over, and this weird blood water starts to like envelop her and her magic, but she gets electrocuted by the lightning that was meant for the baby, and she turns into this blood red mist and gets sucked up into this. Yeah, weird.
Why?
Yep.
Okay, so my brain went to a different place though by getting sucked up, because my brain went to diving and like Delta P.
See, I pictured that in the opposite direction. Like getting slurped up by a
Yeah.
water spout?
No, like I
She-
think of like that like crab that like walks past it, like
Oh,
a
and it just-
pipe that's burst underwater and just
He's like, oh.
No, it's more like a swirling mist getting pulled up. It's actually kind of creepy. Turns out Willow's really awful magic trick that he did at the beginning of the movie, it worked. It saved baby Alora.
Yep,
I know.
I figured that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was the basic magic bait and switch.
Yep. And so Willow is given this magic book by Razel at the end of the movie. And now he is officially a magic user. He is sent off
Hey.
home. He is given a welcome hearty by his people. He turns an apple into a dove just to prove to them
Just
that
to
he can do
prove
magic
it?
now, which is
Okay.
hilarious. And it is a really, truly happy ending. Willow is back with his family. Alora is saved. The realm is protected from this evil queen. And Sorsha is now supposedly going to take over and try and undo the bad thing.
Okay.
Or do they? We don't know.
We don't know. There's not a
unfortunately.
second one, right?
There was never a sequel. And it took until 2002 for Disney Plus to make Willow the TV show. And it did not do very well. It got
2002. I
really,
thought that
really-
was more. Oh, no, I'm
sorry,
thinking of Dark Crystal.
2022.
There we go. I was like, 2002.
2022. I read that wrong. That is my bad. But it didn't do very well. So in 2023, they took it off Disney Plus, and you can no longer watch it or find it anywhere.
That's really sad because I've actually done some
It
work
is
with
so
one of the women
sad.
who was like part of both of those. She's really awesome. If I remember correctly, she was also a Jawa and an Ewok.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Yeah, it is so disappointing because I never got a chance to see this show. I really wanted to now, but the only kind of afterwards things that you have are the novelization. So Willow does also have a novelization. It was by Waylon Drew.
Okay.
It has pretty okay reviews on Google on Goodreads. And it's not fully based on the movie, but it does go into more detail. So what a novelization should be. George Lucas did also continue with 3 books after. These are known as the Chronicles of the Shadow War. This was in partnership with one of my favorite comic book writers, Chris Claremont. Shout out to the X-Men. They did not get great reviews, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So the novelization of Willow did okay. The Chronicles of the Shadow War, not
Did
great.
not.
Willow did win a couple things when it comes to awards. It got a Saturn Award for Best Costumes, and it also received 2 nominations for the Academy Awards for Sound Effects Editing and Visual Effects.
Okay.
It was nominated for Worst Supporting Actor, Billy Bartley, and Worst Screenplay at the Razzies. So,
Oh, God.
again, with the good and bad. Fun fact, there are 3 Wilhelm screams in this movie.
3?
3.
That seems excessive.
That does seem
It
excessive.
was super excessive, but they are actually rather very fun. So it didn't bother me. One was in the tavern chase scene. One was when a guy got knocked off of a bridge, and then the other was during the final battle. So it was actually pretty funny. But that is my spark notes of Willow. It is, if you love fantasy, if you like high fantasy, it's such a wonderful, fantastic movie. It's just beautiful and full of hope and very scary at sometimes. But it's definitely going to be on my list. It's not S tier, but it's somewhere in the middle, I would say.
Out of 10 dragon eggs, how would you rate that?
Out of 10 dragon eggs, I would give it like a 7.5.
Nice. 7.5 out of
Yeah.
10 dragon eggs is really good in comparison to the last one.
Oh man, I was so happy to watch this after the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Anything will be better after the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Just saying.
Mhm.
So that is
Yeah,
the
that's-
1988 film Willow.
Nice. I'm gonna have to go watch it now.
Oh yeah, Disney.
Yeah.
You can find it on Disney Plus.
Again, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I doubt they ever
No.
will.
We can only.
Well, I think that brings us to my segment.
It does, yeah.
which Because we're running along, I'm going to keep it a little short for this section. But so I noticed that last episode, Megan had not heard of plenty of different monsters in the Forgotten Realms.
Yes, because there was a
And-
moment where we all thought she had never heard of a phoenix.
I was like, no,
That's
I
true.
know what that is.
And several of them, and I kind of went like thinking through my brain and like rifling through my files of different like horrifying monsters, and I very quickly was like, this list is kind of
Getting out of
squiddy.
hand.
Kind of no. This list is very tentacly. It's very psionic.
Oh,
Cephalopod.
Yes. So most of this, actually all of this, are different forms of mind flayers and the different things they have created.
Oh God.
whoa.
Now, I'm gonna only hit you with a couple of them. I think I'm gonna hit the worst with say for one here. So one of them
so
being
excited.
the Mind Witness. And a Mind Witness is created through putting a beholder through Ceramorphosis. So
Shut up.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. So for your viewing pleasure, please see the Mind Witness.
Oh.
No.
I saw that on a
Yeah,
Magic the
each of
Gathering
its-
card and I didn't know what it was.
Oh
Each
my
of its eye
God.
stalks.
Oh.
Each of its eye
Viewers,
stalks are
I'll be
also that
putting these on the
white
screen as well
glass
so you
over-
can see
yes.
them.
Oh.
Oh, it's giving Hermaeus Mora from Skyrim vibes.
I've never played Skyrim, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I
I can't get into Bethesda games. They're just so, how do I say this nicely?
Say it. Say it mean. I don't
Jank?
care.
They're crunchy.
I love
It's
it.
crunchy.
I've played
Yeah.
through Skyrim like 3 times.
Um,
I'll probably do a 4th.
there is some of these are like
God.
just good luck pronouncing. The Zakandi,
Okay.
which happens when you put a lizard folk through Ceramorphosis, and yes, I had to just catch the tail end of
Whoa.
lizard.
Lizard.
So enjoy that horrifying
Oof.
thing.
God.
Also,
It's like
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
Cthulhu
know. I
had
did not mean
spindly, creepy babies.
to zoom
Yeah.
in on his face. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No.
Okay, that's not the weirdest.
Or-
I think the one before that is scarier.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, it gets worse.
Oh,
So for
no.
instance, there's the Uchalon.
No.
Huh. You know, weirdly, as a fan of Nautilus, the creatures, not that weird to me. I'm strangely
you-
okay
So
with
you're
this
really,
one.
really close. It is actually made from putting a slime chul through Ceramorphosis. It's a lobster kind of aberration.
Have you seen
Yeah, it looks like a
Starship
crawdad with
Troopers?
tentacles. Yeah, of course we've seen
Yeah.
Starship Troopers.
Uh-huh.
That movie scarred me. And
Again,
that's what
blue hair, septum
can't.
ring. I've seen Starship Troopers.
No, I can't look at it anymore. Next.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I'll
stop.
bring up the brain golem.
Oh no! I don't know.
that
I don't
sounds-
like the name of that.
That sounds
No.
more Starship
So-
Trooper.
A brain golem does not require a Ceramorphosis
Oh no.
at all. It is made through very different means.
No,
And
I'm
if the
already
name
putting
doesn't
it
give
together.
away, it is a construct.
Okay.
Mm.
So
I'm scared.
how do you think an Illithid would go about making a golem themselves?
I'm
'Cause
gonna let
golems are
Megan
usually made of
answer this
clay.
one because
Is
I
the-
think I know.
The original golems are clay. It's Jewish lore. It's really, really awesome, really interesting.
Yeah.
So how would a Lithid go about creating a golem?
I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know
It
if I want to
acquires
know.
a big pile of brains and enchants it into a living creature, doesn't it?
Really close. You're so
No.
close. It is brain matter from the elder brain.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I know what that is. I know what that is.
So
I'm sorry, did the color just
enjoy
drain from my
that.
fucking face? Ah! What is that? That does not look safe for YouTube. What is that? No!
That is not what I thought that would look like.
What is
The
that?
brain golem.
Why is it looking at me? Absolutely not.
That's making me
Yep.
really uncomfortable.
I don't like the texture of
Another
it.
one of my another of my favorites is the Oblex. Now
Oblex.
Yes. No, Oblex. It's 1-0.
Oh, it's 1. So it's different then.
It's 1-0.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The Oblex I have actually a special place in my heart for. And I think if you have any bit of a shred of goodness in you, it should live in a special place in your heart as well.
Whatever
Because it was
replaces the brain
created-
golem on my stream.
Please.
Yeah, it was created by guest designer Nolan Whale as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh.
Nice.
Aw, okay,
Yes.
cute.
So it was someone submitted this as a Make-A-Wish and helped design a creature for D&D.
Oh, I love that.
Enjoy the Oblex.
Yo, I've seen this.
Yes, an Oblex is a illithid.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Did you just say an illithid ooze?
Yeah.
Yes. Now this one is not made through ceramorphosis, however. It is made through illithid experimentation.
God, that looks so creepy.
Got
A
it. So they
child
dropped a
made
bunch
this?
of brains in an ooze.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically a lot of brain matter, a lot of psionic manipulation.
Faces.
so
Those are
cool,
faces of
though.
the brains that have made
Wow.
it, and it's
Good job,
consumed.
kid.
Whatever child created this is so much more cooler than I am.
Oh god, yeah, in every way.
Another one of my favorites, and I'll get into why it's one of my favorites too, is the Neothalid.
Oh yeah, that one I
Boy.
looked up.
Oh
Oh,
God, no. No.
The Neothalid.
it's giving Parasite.
No, don't say it. No, it looks like a face hugger.
A little bit.
A little.
Oh,
little
I
bit.
can't. I'm sorry.
Neothalid.
I'm gonna close my chat. I cannot look at that any longer. Oh, it's gonna.
The Neothalid
Hmm.
is a just regular, degular tadpole that kept growing and growing,
No.
growing and growing. They are gargantuan.
Oh, you know how like
Classification.
you know how like you get goosebumps when like
Uh-huh.
something really bad all over right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
They have a size rating of gargantuan.
No. Opt out.
That makes me literally
Hard pass.
sick.
Yeah, they're about 120 feet tall. Or long, depending on which way your ruler's facing.
Depends on whether you're holding them by the scruff of their neck or long ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't wanna-
That is my
I don't
favorite.
like that it's got barbed tongues.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh. It is one of my favorites. Illithids absolutely abhor Neothalid. They want, anytime this happens, it is an affront to their society. Especially because, so mechanically speaking, Illithid can't detect anything with an intelligence of 3 or lower. So skeletons, for instance, they can't detect.
And because it's
animated
just a
skeletons,
supersized tadpole, it just
they have an
kind of
intelligence
be.
of 3,
Uh-huh.
and they'll eat elder brains.
I have an intelligence of 3. I've got
6. It was 6.
I know it's 6. I don't care. As long as it's 6 or lower, I'm saying it.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Neothalins can devour an elder brain.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
I will give the names of the rest that I'm going to go over.
I'm not gonna make
I'm
the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke.
Dude, I feel like he got his tadpole at Claire's.
Yeah.
I'll go over this. I'm not going to go over what's in them.
Okay.
But I'm just going to go over all of the rest of them, save for 2.
Okay.
No.
That are scaly, I'll say.
Okay.
Because it'll give away.
I can deal with scales.
There's a gnome ceramorph. I actually kind of like them. They're kind of cute.
Aww.
I want to save the photos of these ones, and I'll go more into them. I'll share the gnome ceramorph because it's kind of cute. It is a bit of a brain bleach.
Okay.
I think it is.
Good. Please, I need it after the last one.
Oh
my god, it's adorable.
Shut the fuck up. He's so cute.
Look at his little gun.
Oh my god.
Oh.
They're gnome sized. They're gnome sized Elithid.
Is it bad that I would want to take it home? It's so cute.
Okay, that's a little mean.
It's pretty cute.
Also,
I want it as a
I kind of love him.
They are said to have and I'm quoting here, gooey accent.
A gooey accent.
Gross.
Yep. So for the rest of these, save for some, but I'll be going over the rest of them. You have nerve swimmers, mind worms, intellect devourers, cranium rats, Nyrala golems, Alhoon, Orophion, and Mosgriken. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I'll get into them more on part 2.
Okay. I was like,
but some fun facts about Elithids. Elithids do have a full society. They're an interesting one because they do operate off of a hive mind, but they're not all inherently evil, but they're very frequently evil. It depends, honestly, the elder brain that they're linked to because it can assert dominance over them. The hive mind is actually supposed to work more in not so much like in a perfect world, every colony of Elithid would just be linked together in a hive mind to be able to work and cooperate together, much like a souped up bee.
Okay.
Instead, the elder brains are usually pretty corrupted and evil through various means. So that's how they kind of assert dominance over the rest of the Elithid and have their own means and ends and want to dominate other species because they see their intelligence as being so much greater than anything else.
Gotcha.
Yes. You look like you have a question.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts. I can't share them with you because they are not podcast related thoughts. I'm having thoughts.
So, when someone is tadpoled, so that unfortunately, like, their reproduction cycle is very, very, very like destructive. It requires someone else to die. When someone is tadpoled, they do die. That is it. Their soul goes to the fugue plane. The tadpole that eats and consumes their brain absorbs their thoughts and memories, though, and a lot of their personality. So an interesting thing kind of happens where you do have a cycle or a philosophical conundrum here, and there is a name for it, and I cannot for the life of me remember it or find it. But it's
like a mental ship of Theseus.
Yeah, effectively. There's a different one for this. I think. We see it with the Mahler twins. We saw it with the Dimitris in Altered Carbon. There's a character I remember in Cyberpunk 2077 that's the same thing of it's two of the same consciousness on two different bodies. So is it that person or is it not? They have every memory and every thought and feeling and they still act like them. But the host soul is sent to the fugue plane, and in reality, the host does die. However, and this is where their life cycle, illithids, as they grow older and older, and more powerful and smarter, they will eventually become an elder brain themselves, and this is how they can become corrupted. Most of all, is through having an evil person corrupt them. Or that origin of that illithid brain being an evil person. That influence is still there.
It is still the ship of Theseus.
Oh, it is Ship of Theseus. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's
you would
not
just
it.
say the ship of Theseus and personal identity, or the ship of Theseus and metaphysics of identity, depending on what kind of scenario you're talking about. But it is still the ship of Theseus.
So yeah, I do have more fun facts about Illithid, but I think I'm going to save them for part 2 because some of these are really, really funny, and some of these are really interesting. So, yeah.
I'm excited to find out. I'm horrified to find out. I'm excited to find. I'm horrified to find out. Does that make sense at all?
Okay, I'm glad you're recording natively on your own computer. I caught none of that. You froze up on my end.
You froze on my end too.
There's some freezing happening on my end as well.
Oh no.
It's all right. We're gonna take a little break between part 1 and part 2, but that does wrap up part 1. Megan and Vince, thank you so much for bringing your topics to the table, and thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you want more of this episode, you can join us behind closed doors where we answer questions, expound on our topics a bit more, and just generally let ourselves get a bit off topic. By becoming a member of the Keep over on our Patreon, you'll get access to behind-the-scenes videos, campaign lore dumps, bonus episodes of the Thieves Guild, and more by signing up at the link in the description. Otherwise, you can find us over on TikTok at ATK of Opportunity. Catch back episodes of both the Thieves Guild and A History of the Forgotten Realms here on YouTube, as well as audio-only episodes of our shows on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific for A History, and Fridays at 10 p.m. Pacific for The Library. And until we meet again, no, we didn't. Say goodnight, guys.
Bye.
Good night.